There's something special about the 1950s. A time when milk was delivered to your doorstep, televisions glowed in black and white, and every home hummed with the promise of a modern future. The air was filled with optimism, and the gadgets of that era reflected it. Some were clever, some were quirky, and a few were just plain strange. But each one told a story about the American dream and the families chasing it. Today, we're dusting off the shelves of history to remember 10 forgotten household gadgets from the 1950s. Inventions that once made everyday life feel like the future had arrived. Number 1. The Sunbeam automatic toastmaster wasn't just a toaster. It was a marvel of mid-century engineering. The Sunbeam toastmaster could lower and raise your bread automatically, eliminating the need for a lever. Families were amazed as it seemed to have a mind of its own, sensing when the toast was ready. In an age when automation was brand new, this felt like something out of science fiction. But as cheaper and faster models came along, the magic faded, leaving this chrome beauty as a shiny relic of simpler breakfasts. Number 2. Built-in cigarette lighters in the kitchen. Yes, kitchens once came equipped with electric lighters, right next to the stove. In the post-war years, smoking was a symbol of sophistication, and designers wanted homes to feel complete. Guests could light up right after dinner without ever leaving the table. But as health warnings grew and design trends shifted, those little wall lighters quietly vanished, leaving behind only a small ceramic plate where they once sparked. Number 3. The Frigidaire icebox with built-in freezer compartments. Before the sleek refrigerators we know today, there were the proud pastel-colored iceboxes. The Frigidaire was more than an appliance. It was a centerpiece. Mums would show it off like a new car. The chrome handles gleamed, and the tiny freezer held just enough ice cream for the family. But as technology advanced, these heavy, humming giants were replaced by more efficient models, their Art Deco charm frozen in time. Number 4. The rollabout television standback. When TVs weighed as much as small furniture, having one on wheels was revolutionary. Families would roll their set from the living room to the kitchen, gathering wherever the action was. Saturday mornings meant cartoons. Sunday evenings meant The Ed Sullivan Show. But once televisions became lightweight and wall-mounted, the rollabout stands rolled right out of fashion. Number 5. The pop-up hairdryer. Bonnet every 1950s bathroom had one. A plastic bonnet connected by a long hose to a humming motor on the counter. Ladies could sit comfortably, flipping through magazines as warm air dried their curls. It was a symbol of self-care, independence, and the glamour of the new modern woman. But with the rise of handheld dryers, the bonnet's soft hiss faded away, taking with it a piece of home beauty ritual. Number 6. The built-in intercom system Imagine. Pressing a button in your kitchen and calling the kids down from their rooms without shouting. That was the magic of the 1950s home intercom. Sleek space-age panels connected every corner of the house, making even the smallest homes feel like futuristic spaceships. But as phones and walkie-talkies became common, these built-ins were left unused, now seen mostly in retro houses that still whisper through the walls. Number 7. The rotary dial wall phone with long stretch cords. The 1950s kitchen phone was practically a family member. It hung proudly on the wall with a cord that stretched halfway across the room. Teenagers whispered secrets while twisting that cord into knots, and parents took calls from the grocery store or the school principal. It was the heartbeat of the home. But when cordless phones arrived, and then cell phones, this friendly tangle of wires disappeared, taking those long, heartfelt conversations with it. Number 8. The electric percolator coffee pot. Before drip machines and single-serve pods, mornings began with the rhythmic bubbling of the electric percolator. The sound meant comfort. The smell meant family. Each burble promised another sip of optimism before the day began. But by the 1970s, sleeker, faster machines took over, and the percolator's gentle song faded from American kitchens. Still, for many, it remains the scent of home. Number 9. The console hi-fi stereo cabinet. Every living room once had one. A beautiful wooden cabinet that wasn't just a record player, but a piece of furniture. Polished wood, glowing dials, and rich sound filled the room as Bing Crosby or Elvis Presley spun on vinyl. Families gathered around, not just to listen, but to be together. Eventually, smaller stereos and cassette decks made these massive beauties obsolete. But for those who remember, nothing ever sounded quite as warm. Number 10. The Mangle Ironer, a strange name for a beloved machine. The Mangle Ironer was a large heated roller that helped homemakers press sheets, shirts and linens in record time. Housewives often demonstrated them proudly, mastering the perfect fold with every pass. It represented domestic pride and efficiency, but it was bulky, expensive, and eventually replaced by simpler irons and wrinkle-free fabrics. Today, it's remembered with both fondness and a little awe for how hard people worked to keep things neat. These forgotten gadgets remind us that the heart of every home has always been innovation mixed with love. Each one, whether humming, bubbling, or buzzing, once carried the promise of a better tomorrow. And even though they've disappeared, they live on in the stories we tell and the memories we share. If you enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Vintage USA Lifestyle, where yesterday never truly fades away.